Hey, welcome to another one of our honeymoon vlogs. We shot a bunch of stuff ahead of time so you would have something fun to watch while we're off enjoying, hopefully, the time of our life at Disney and now Universal parks by the time we get to this video, I believe. So, like I always like to remind you, we do time code these videos. So if you see in the red line, there's little skips so you can jump around. Or if you open the description down there, you see a bunch of blue numbers with what tells you what is in each chapter. You can jump around, you can jump back and forth. It's a way you can just skip what you don't want to see, watch what you do want to see, or just find your place if you're watching this in multiple clicks. So all of that is cool. Hopefully you enjoy it. Tonight, we're going to take a crack at something pretty fancy, and it was iffy, but we're going to do the Ratatouille, Remy's nostalgic Ratatouille. So I hope you have fun with this. This should be a pretty fun one, and then enjoy a bunch of Disney reviews. So enjoy.
And welcome to another banked vlog. Forgive my appearance. Today is going to be a long one, so I've only shaved. I haven't actually showered. I'm still having coffee, but I wanted to get started on some of the early parts of this. Today, we are going to make, as you may already know, the nostalgic Ratatouille from Ratatouille and the Enchanted Recipes book. So first we're going to start work on the Coulis. I think I'm pronouncing that right. We're going to use 2 paste tomatoes, which are tomatoes good for making paste, like Roma's, although I have 3, one a little extra just in case. 3 roasted red peppers. These are the two things we're about to do, those 2 things. Then a large white onion, 2 cloves of garlic, some vegetable stock, dried thyme, dry oregano, olive oil, and a pinch of salt. We'll get to the other part of it a little bit later. I just want to get this part going because it's going to take 45 minutes and then another 15 to cool to get the peppers ready. And it's going to take a few minutes to get the tomatoes ready, so I kind of want to try and get the coulis made, basically. So, yeah, so with all that said and done, let's talk about roasting the red peppers. I'm going to go with the Disney method. There are many different ways to do this, but I went ahead and rinsed off 3 nice red peppers, put them on parchment paper on the thing. We've got the oven set to 400. We're just going to put these in here. Middle rack I'm going for, and Echo. Set timer for 45 minutes. Essentially, we're gonna let those.
45 minutes, starting now.
Essentially, we're gonna let those burn, get charred all over. We're gonna wrap them in foil for 15 so they'll steam a little bit, should make the skins easy to come off. And it says they're ready to go at that point. The book is a liar, because you gotta at least take the stem off. So we'll do that. And then I'm probably gonna go ahead and split them open and get the seeds out, because I don't think I want the seeds in the coulis. So we got that going on. Now let me show you what's happening down here. We're not quite ready for it. Water's almost boiling. I put too much water in there. So I got 3 pretty good Roma tomatoes. We're gonna cut cross hatches in these. We're gonna blanch them for I think about 30 seconds, and we're gonna set up an ice water bath. So since that is getting close to boiling, we might be able to get this going. And then we're gonna put that in a blender. I don't have a blender yet. So I know of all the things I have. So I'm going to use my food processor, and if that doesn't get smooth enough, we have to do it either in batches or whatever in the NutriBullet, because I know that'll get it smooth. So first we're going to make the coulis. We're going to blanch the tomatoes. Large bowl of ice water, bring a large pot of water to a boil, cut an X into the base of the tomato, and drop into boiling water for 30 seconds, and then immediately into the ice water bath. Peel the tomatoes and put them in a blender. For the roasted red peppers, we're going to add the red peppers, and then we'll get into the other veggies when we start mixing that up here shortly. So let me prepare my ice bath. And we will also want to check on those red peppers every now and then. And we may actually need to be turning them. Makes sense that we might need to do that. And also just remember we need to change the water filter in our fridge. Oh, and I should tell you when I'm doing this. Alright, so we got my big bowl of ice. We're going to put some water in there. Make sure we got enough water for the tomatoes to submerge. Alright, yeah, and that water is maybe not quite roaring boil, but it is boiling, so we're in good shape here. Take out our knife. In the base of the tomato, we're just gonna make a crosshatch. You don't want to cut too deep. You just want to make sure I've never done this before, so hopefully I'm doing it right. You just want to make sure the water can get in there, basically. Please, if you've ever done this and I'm doing it wrong, feel free to teach me and correct me. I like to learn. Okay. Use tongs for this, so don't splatter myself too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna call that enough of a boil. Let's do it. 30 seconds. 1. I didn't need to use the tongs to drop them in. 2, 3, and let's see, we're at 4:45. So 5:15, we're gonna pull that. That's just enough time to clean my knife off because we're gonna need that in a little bit. All right, set that aside. Should be about halfway there. Should I keep them submerged? I feel like I need to keep them submerged. And we want to pull them. Okay. Little boiling water splatter in the face. Good way to start the day. Luckily it's fine. The water actually might not have been hot enough, to be honest with you, so we'll hope this goes well. And I definitely used, I was thinking I had much bigger tomatoes than I do. Let me turn that water off. That's why I use such a huge freaking pot. Boiling water 30 seconds, immediately the ice bath. Well, it doesn't tell me how long to leave them in the ice bath, but I'm assuming we're gonna leave them in there for a second or two. I'm gonna need a thing anyways here. Oven mitt, so I might as well grab one. Move this water off so it can cool. Oops, wrong direction. Made burgers yesterday, forgot to clean the stove back down. Please pardon my mess, but again, it's early. Also, I suppose I should actually get my thing out. My food processor. Have that get set up. Nothing else, just somewhere to put the stuff and keep it secure while I shower so the cats don't get at it. Alright, so we got that. We're gonna have so many dishes. This is definitely gonna be a 2-dish day. Also, let's have a little bit of coffee while it's still warm. Yeah, baby, show off my coolness there. Actually, I want to get it away from my tomatoes so I don't. So I think I just peel the tomatoes now. Which, again, never done this. Let's hope this goes easy. And peel tomatoes, put them in the blender. Okay. Let's get this one that's been nice and submerged. Okay. Seems to have worked pretty well. Although I also feel like this pit needs to come out, so we might work that with a paring knife real fast. What's one more dish? Interesting. So yeah, it looks like if you kind of go in the corner of the slit here, you might need to squeeze slightly to get it started. And this one looks like it's being a little bit more problematic on me than the first one. I'm thinking the blanching was mostly to help get the skins off, my guess. I got a window open too, I don't know if you can tell. We almost got this one. A little bit more. Yeah, I'm thinking I should have had my water a little hotter. Come on now. Play nice with that. There we go. This one is just being a little bit tricky here at the bottom. Okay. Yep, that one looks good. One more. That's my hands a little in there. This one starts like it might go a little easier. We'll see. Yeah, this one seems to be one to let go a lot easier. Yeah, we almost changed this up to do something else because there's some complicated ingredients in this that are a little harder to find in my area. And then I started watching some other people do it, and it just seems like it's really kind of up to you what vegetables you want to use. So I tried to stick as close to the actual recipe that Disney gave me, but it is going to be slightly different. I'll let you know now. Just because like I couldn't find graffiti eggplant. We might not even have any eggplant because I can't find eggplant within a reasonable size. So we're still kind of figuring out what we want to do there later today. I don't know if Mary's still going to check Meyer while she's out for me or not. I just want to get these pits out. Not lose too much tomato in the process. Doesn't matter if you break up your tomato a little bit because it's all going in a, get blended. I'm not even worried about getting that perfect. All right, there's one. I called it a pit. I don't know what this part's actually called. I guess it's technically part of a stem. Come on, get off there. No, it's got a little fiber left to it. Hold on. There we go. All right. But the good news is, even though we have to slice a crap ton of vegetables, we can pretty much do it all in a mandolin, so that'll keep everything a little kind of even in this thickness too. My other concern is my baking dish too large for what amount of vegetables I have. So I don't really know. This could be an utter fail in terms of presentation. Also, I very much needed a ring mold to plate this with, and I do have one supposedly showing up today, but it is scheduled to come late, and I'm like, please don't come that late, because this will be ready before then. Okay. Rinse my hands again. I just can't wait to rinse my hands again. The life I love is cooking food for all my friends. All right, so that's it on this end for right now. I am gonna go check on the peppers. Can I give you an angle on that? Let's see, we've never really tried. I guess I kind of can. Okay, sure. They're smelling pretty good in there. Oh, they have got a while. They have not really started doing anything yet. And it's already been almost 15 minutes. That's interesting. We may have to change that up. I feel like it said bake at 400, but we may need to actually broil that, to be honest. All right, well, I'll give you an update on the peppers in a little bit. I'm gonna go have my coffee and stuff so I can get cleaned up and, finish this up at a reasonable hour. All right, be back. A few things. I realize there's a couple other things we can do. I should also tell you, okay, there's 22 and a half minutes left on the 45 I set. To give you context, it's 3:59 p.m. on September 8th, 2022. 2022, yeah. Disney Plus Day. Ooh. All right, so a couple other things we can do. Go ahead and start getting ready. It says I peeled 3. It says to use 2. Actually, I'm gonna take the little nubs off. To use 2 garlic cloves, but the first couple of cloves I pulled out, I thought were a little tiny. And I like a lot of garlic, so I don't mind. Don't normally have to do this part, but I like to take those off. They're a little extra clumpy today. Then we gotta peel this onion, and we're just gonna quarter it, so it's pretty easy to deal with. We don't have to get too fancy-pantsy with it. Let's go ahead and throw those in the blender. I got a little bit of rot on this onion though. I think I have a problem where I had a certain couple of vegetables start to kind of rot, and my vegetable thing and the rot's like spreading. And it's 4 o'clock. Have I released? Yes, I have. So I just need to cancel that alarm. Pardon me, everybody. Let's see what Mary's saying in case it's time sensitive. Ooh la la. Mary got some more costumes. Nice. A couple that I'm quite excited about, honestly. All right. Cut right into the rot area there. Just peel them, quarter them, and then we'll get the, I didn't quite get all that rot off there. There's a tiny touch of it left. Oops, we'll get there. Red peppers are smelling good. They're not gonna, these aren't gonna be quite charred. They'll have some char. I think they're mostly just gonna be wilted roasted. It's my guess at this point. I think if I had thrown them under the broiler and been turning them, we'd get more of a char, but kind of following what this particular book suggests, at least for the first time ever doing this. Okay. So you just take the root off, slice that down, throw the quarters into the thing. Let me get this little bit more rot out of here. There we go. Root off, quarter, and into the garbage chute, fly boy. All right, let's take another quick look at the peppers. Definitely smelling the char happening. They're starting to get a little bit of a char, so that's good. And they got, what, 20-something minutes left, I said? 20 minutes, basically, a little under 20 minutes. Okay, well, in the meantime, we can go ahead and measure out a couple of the other ingredients and pour that in here. I'm gonna save the wet ingredients until the peppers are ready to go in, which is just gonna be the vegetable stock. So we need to put some thyme and oregano in here. Yeah, the wet ingredients would be vegetable stock and olive oil, but we drizzled the olive oil. So, okay, so how much? Teaspoon of thyme, teaspoon of oregano. Keeping it pretty simple. Teaspoon, baby, come to me. That's a half. That's a table. That looks like a tea. All right, teaspoon. Got my, that's the oregano I'm on right now. And we'll do a little heaping, generous teaspoon. Spread it around a little bit. And then we got the organic McCormick thyme. Another heaping, a little bit of a heaping spoonful. All right. So at this point, I guess we got about 18 minutes so I can pull those peppers. Might let them go a little bit longer than that as well. And so I just gotta clean up a little bit of this mess. And I'll go ahead and grab the vegetable stock just so you know what we're working with. How much did I need? Oops, uh-oh. The little bookmark is slid out of place. There we go. All right, so we got 2 paste tomatoes, 3 roasted red peppers, 1 large white onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 3 cups of vegetable stock, so 24 ounces. You can make your own too, but I just bought another box, so 24 ounces, all right. I have some in the fridge we'll probably use, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these extra boxes because I don't know how much I used out of that first box, but these are 32 ounces, so these are technically 4 cups to a box. Vegetable stock, vegetable broth is the same as far as I know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Chicken stock, chicken broth, that kind of thing. When you get into meat, there is a difference between stock and broth that comes from like the gelatinous element of the meat, if my understanding is correct. But because you don't get that with vegetable stock and broth are the same thing. please fill me in and correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I like to learn these things. All right, well, I can't stand here and I got nothing else to do for 16 minutes, so I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't wanna be on camera. You know, I'm just gonna go drink some coffee and do some wedding stuff. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I ran the peppers for another 5 minutes. I've got them going for another 5 minutes because they do want to be charred all over as best you can, so we're following that. So I thought, well, what the hell? This thing's gonna bake in the oven for an hour and a half, so let's keep working while I'm unshowered, I guess. So we're gonna clean up some vegetables. We're gonna start slicing the mandolin thin. I have this just for setting them down until we're ready to actually start plating these. I have 2 yellow squash, a green zucchini, and like 3 tomatoes. I do have, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. I don't know what we're gonna do for eggplant. So you'll see what I'm talking about in just a bit. But I've gone ahead and kind of washed off my stuff here. So let's go ahead and start working that down. Take the first few rounds out of the way. Just because they're gonna be, oh yeah, I wanted to get a bag set up for the compost is overly full right now, so. Okay, now we're just gonna make some thin rounds. Be very careful. I'm gonna get these over on the plate here as we go. Set some to the side just in case we need those. Actually, Mary's garden eggplants might actually work. We'll see what we do here. These are coming out pretty nicely. I'm trying to make this dish not take all night so we can actually sit down and watch our shows tonight. But also I need a certain tool for plating. That became a big issue for me yesterday, and then I ordered one and I joked that hopefully it won't like wait till the end of the night to get here, and it's like saying it might be as late as 10 p.m. I'm like, no! Because nowhere in town has this that's like easy to get to anyways. I guess Mary was down in Hamburg. If I had thought about it, I would have asked her to run into Bed Bath & Beyond and asked. Do. Kind of spinning this as I go just to see if I can kind of even out stuff here. And you do want these thin. It's gonna look prettier. Okay, now we're getting into danger zone, so careful. Because mandolin cuts are no joke, as I and my father have learned this year. His was much worse than mine, I'll tell you that. All right, we've just about got what we're getting out of this. And then we gotta do a couple of squash and some tomato. You can do this with a knife, but let's be honest, this is gonna be, especially for most of us, unless we're pro chefs, this is gonna be faster and way more consistent. All right, I'm gonna call that a nubbin. Now I wanna give this a little bit of a wipe down, just so we don't transfer too much greenery over on the other veggies. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it doesn't hurt either. How are we doing? Okay, let's check these peppers again. So that's 10 minutes over. Echo, dismiss timer. Echo, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
So this will mean we've gone 15 minutes over. We'll have done these for an hour in there. Same deal. Let's get this bad boy started just to get rid of the tip. I feel like that's good. And start working it out. Let's see what we got. There's some pretty good ones so far. Leave those just in case we need or want them. And back at it. Oh, I tell you what, I'm kind of getting excited about this. This might actually work out pretty well. But it is a lot of veggie work. But we are trying to impress that food critic, so, you know, gotta do something special. Just don't know where my sous chef is. Obviously, we can pick out bad rounds as we're putting this together in the pan. Yeah, I think I might get Mary's couple of garden eggplants. Because I do want that purple color, but like the eggplant I found is gigantic. And it's just not going to have rounds anywhere near the same size. It looks like these don't need to be perfectly same sized, but you do want them in the ballpark. Which is why we're almost done with this squash, because we don't need all this extra stuff. I did ask her to pick me up a few extra veggies, just in case we needed more. Alright, I think we're getting to a size that's not going to line up as well now. Alright, I'm going to set that aside in case she wants it. And let's work the other squash. Alrighty, same deal. Get rid of the tip a little bit. That should get us where we want to be. Throw those over there, just in case we want them. Okay, and back at it. You know the drill. Alrighty. This is gonna make so much more than I probably need. Echo, cancel timer. And let's check on the Echo. Set timer for 5 minutes. This will push us to 1 hour and 5.
5 minutes, starting now.
That's what I was thinking. It should have been at 450, not 400, but we're getting a pretty good char on them, but we want them more charred. Now, if you are doing this, make sure you don't get into a lull, you know, like just end up shutting off your brain and going, because that is definitely how you end up with cut fingers. Because I was feeling myself getting in a rhythm. Need to get paying attention now. And yes, you notice I have the safety guard here if I feel like we get a place to where we would use it. All right. Probably about down to the size that's not gonna be good for us now. Okay, we'll set those to the side. All right, tomato time. Let me get another plate. And then I will set this beautiful plate off to the side here. Man, that is a beautiful plate of veggies. Where's my coffee? I'm still working on my 3rd cup. I'm definitely later than I normally would be, but like I said, why would I shower and then come do this and wait around 1.5 hours when I could do all this and put it in the oven and go shower in that 1.5 hours? Just trying time management, you know what I'm saying? All right. Now the tomatoes, of course, I will end up using a guard on once we get going, because they're a little trickier. Okay. We'll let that one be our first one. Or I'm just gonna go much slower on, because eventually we're gonna get to where we have the stem part, which we don't want. Oh geez. Okay, these might take a little more finagling. I don't know why they're tearing up like that. But that's probably all we're really gonna. Maybe those 2 rounds can go. Yeah, it's still a little soft. Okay, let's take that one off. Might salt it and eat it. It's weird, man, with those red peppers. Like, I smell delicious roasted red pepper, but I also smell the burn of the char. Strange sensation. Let's keep the nubbins off. Yeah. All right, groovy. Okay. Those actually all kind of sliced out pretty evenly on their own there. Yeah, as the mandolins get a little wetter, they're going to be a little trickier to work with. Okay, I think those are still good. But I wonder. Okay, at that point, yeah, that feels like a little hard. So we're starting to get to the stem. All right, one more. And then, well, actually, hold on one second. We're about to check the red peppers. Get the nubbins off. gonna take that small round though, just in case. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's let them go 5 more minutes. Echo, dismiss timer. Echo, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Still good. Yeah, all right, that's probably the last one. Yep, I'll work with that, and then we'll keep those for eating. Okay, now at this point, I probably need to take a break and go pick those eggplants. I'm just gonna set these on this and come back to them for snacking. Gonna need to rinse this shit up because it's a juicy mess up in here. Yeah. I'm gonna set these over here. Might make for a good photo. There's a lot of vegetables. We get some eggplant in there, we should be good. Get some fresh rosemary while I'm out there too. Okay. But also, I feel like we're about to take those peppers out, so I feel like let me just kill a couple of minutes here. Honey, it is not dinner time yet, buddy. I'm sorry. Let me actually rinse this off a little bit. And this. All right, good enough for now. I'm just gonna let that mandolin dry for a sec. Okay. And what are we at? 2.5 minutes? Okay. I got a feeling this would be good enough on the peppers. I mean, they're supposed to be blackened all over, but man, it's just gonna take forever and ever at this rate. Would have definitely been better off like broiling at 500, top rack and turning frequently. It would have gone a lot faster. I don't know how juicy it makes the peppers on the inside, but in terms of getting the skin charred. All right, I think I can dump this pasta water and let the pan continue cooling, get it out of the pot. Get it out of our way. All right, that's a thing I could do. What's another thing I can do? That was not me, that was the sink. I know I haven't gone to the bathroom yet, but you know, come on. It's 4:45 p.m. in case you're keeping track of me doing this. Having fun. I'm gonna make sure I haven't missed any important messages. I've missed something. Oh, Mary's on her way home. Okay. Ooh, I get to see her hair. She now obviously it's not gonna be the final wedding hair, but she got her hair kind of cut and dyed and did the test of her hair and makeup tonight. So I wonder if she's wearing the makeup home. How long ago was that? 4:22? Oh, Jesus, she'll be home any minute. Okay. Well, maybe I can get this done so I can be off camera in that moment, just so y'all don't, get the surprise spoiled. Although I guess by now, this video comes out, we'd be married in the park, so. Matter of fact, by the time this comes out, we'll be home in a few days. You know, assuming everything goes well, knock on wood. Got about 30 seconds left of this last run, and then yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull them no matter what, and hope for the best. Because we're doing like, what, did I end up with an hour 10, hour and 15? I forget how many 5 minutes I added. Hopefully you're keeping track at home. And roast your red peppers however you want. That's just the point. You just need to roast them, peel them, get the seeds and stems out. Honestly, you could have cut the seeds and stems out first, but I think keeping them whole while we roast them is going to be tastier. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Echo, dismiss timer. Let's at least take a look at them. Yeah, I mean, they're not like black all over, but that's pretty good. I'm gonna turn off the oven for now because it'll still be a minute before we get plated. So yeah, we need to get these in the foil so they'll kind of continue steaming. What was I gonna do? Let's use something like this. Because they're gonna be hot, so. Oy! Okay, luckily you hit there. All right, I know what to do. Yeah. Oh, it's juicy. Boy, it's losing all its juice. No! Stem popped right out. Okay, let's just. Shite. Oh no. Let's seal this up. Echo, set timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna break for a minute. I'm gonna go deal with getting those eggplants and probably saying hello to Mary while I finish my coffee. And then we should be ready to peel those, make the coulis, and by then we should have everything ready to put together. Get in the oven for baking. Excellent. Okay, yeah, I'll be back in a few. Okay, so I have to be a little bit quieter. Mary desperately needs a nap before she goes and does the makeup test. But the hair, oh my God, wait till you see the hair. She got me this eggplant, which is far more reasonable than the eggplant I was gonna use. So I'm gonna rinse this one off here and we're gonna go ahead and cut it up. And we'll just go with that. And I think we'll have enough veggies. We have some more stuff if we need it. We got about 7 minutes till we wanna peel these. I don't know why it chose 15 minutes. It just kind of randomly did. And I just remembered I still need to go outside and get sprigs of rosemary. All right. We're gonna rinse this off. Okay, and you know the drill, we're gonna take the nubbins. Until we feel like we get a flat kind of going. God, this is like very difficult. There we go, I think I got it started now. Okay. Yeah, let's get you out of the way. There we go. Now we're getting it. We're starting to layer up too many rounds here. The seeds aren't a problem. Okay, almost. Okay. Almost got it. Get a little bit more out of this. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use the... no, we're okay. Just going to be very careful. Maybe a couple more. Okay, I don't think I'm going to chance it past there. Okay. Now, theoretically, we have all our vegetables. Theoretically. Alright, I'm gonna move that out of the way. And we're gonna get ready to work the peppers. 3 minutes. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and work them. I think they're gonna be workable already. So easy, look at that. Well, you can't see what I'm doing behind the foil. Hold on. Here we go. A little hot. Might need to actually let these cool a little bit to work with. Supposed to just come right off, they said. I can't get this one. Screw it. Seems as if my fingers are getting wet. Yeah, I just think that's just a lost cause there. We get a fresh paper towel or something. Honestly, a lot of the seeds are just gonna come right out themselves, huh? Okay, that piece can go. Messy job. Getting there. Getting there on the first one. Oh, I think that other thing may not have been charred skin. I think it just charred into the pepper a little. Maybe. Okay. Echo, dismiss timer. That's good to go. We'll come back for that piece. Okay, that's one. Apparently this is gonna take a minute. Okay, so yeah, stop putting stuff back into the seeds, you know? This is not fun. I do not like having to do this. It's not terrible. It's just a chore. Okay, just need to get the seeds out of it. Honestly, I might be better off getting seeds out than skins. I might try that on the next half. I need a new towel. And again, sorry for the whispering, but Mary definitely needs a nap. She's having a day. Not a bad day, just an eventful day. And she was really stressed about what would happen with her hair, but it looks amazing. And she's very happy with it, as she should be. Alright. Let's see if getting the seeds out first helps at all. That will make it so much easier. I want to go. All right, just like last time. First. It's like almost like working with sticky garlic when you're trying to mince it. Just everything wants to stick. That is de-seeded. This one feels like it wants to peel easy. Let's see. Let's see if that's true. Seed I missed. Got it. Ah, shit. Problem is I don't want to set back down the other seeds. Ah, crap. Crap baskets. Damn it. This one looked like it was going to go so easy. And it didn't. So close. Oh, that is a nice big chunk. I think we almost got this one. Yeah. I mean, I'm better than I used to be at peeling these kind of things, but I'm still not there, huh? That seed out of there. Alright, get that seed out of there. Alright, that's good to go. Paper towel. This is the last one. Alright, we're almost there. Okay, de-seeded. Come on, baby. Don't quite have it. Nuts. Come on, baby. Oh, wait, I found a way in. There we go. There we go. A lot of pepper I'd like to save there, though. Jesus. I think I just got this one more spot here. Just find my way under it. I think that actually might just be char into the pepper, not skin. That is the case. Okay. Tiny bit of skin left there. Oh, wait, get a little bit of this char off. As much of the char as you can take off you want, because you're going to want it to be a certain color. Like Binging with Babish made a version where he was being particular about the color, to the point where he used some like orange and yellow bell peppers. And just imagine some of this char to change the color. Just kind of taking off what I can. Okay. Okay, there's that mess. All right. Okay, I think we're just about ready to start making the sauce and building. Let me think. Okay. All right, let's clean up a little. I don't know if that's compostable. I'm gonna wait and ask her. So here's what we're gonna do. Aaron. Hold on. I gotta distract the cat. He was starting to crawl a bit.
Yeah, so his pond isn't really as obnoxious.
Right, it doesn't squeak the door handle. Yeah, I got you. Hey, quick question. Charred red pepper skins, compostable?
Yeah.
All right. Since the compost is full, I've started a little bag with the extra compostables.
Okay.
If that works for you.
Okay.
And you know what? Your timing's great because I just got to the place to put in my liquid ingredients and blend. Did your nap help out a little?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
I was just. It wasn't until I got on the road I was suddenly like, I'm dying.
Well, I'm glad you did not actually die. Look at this beautiful spread of veggie slices, though. This is pretty dope.
Is that cucumber? Not cucumber.
Eggplant, I mean, you can see it right here. Yeah, I don't know how the seeds are. I don't think they'll be an issue, but
No, they're not.
yeah, that gave me a nice little amount. Okay, so I'll double check the recipe, but I think I put everything in the blender except for the couple of liquid ingredients. Your cup measure. Let's double check. Okay. The tomatoes are in there, the red peppers are in there, the onions in there, the garlic's in there. We'll do the vegetable stock, the thyme, the oregano. All right, so 3 cups of vegetable stock and a kiss from the lady. They may have just seen your hair, but I forgot. By the time this video comes out, we'll be home in 3 days. So.
Alright, love you.
May 12, okay. I love you too. Enjoy. I'll see you eventually. Let's hope my ring mold doesn't show up at 10. All right, you gotta be careful with this shit. It'll splatter out on you. So we want 3 cups of vegetable stock. That was 1. I can tell we're gonna need another box. We're gonna open another one. 'Cause I bet I used half of this before. So that is 2. Well, let's see what we get. We might have 3 cups in here. It might be exactly 3 cups. Okay. Yeah, actually, that is pretty good. There's a little bit left. Oh, man. This is the fullest I've ever had this thing, I think. All right, so all the ingredients are in except it wants me to drizzle olive oil as we blend, right? Roasted red peppers, peel a quarter of the onion, peel the garlic, add both the blender, add the vegetable stock, thyme, oregano, drizzle generously with olive oil and sprinkle with a large pinch of salt. Blend on high for 2 minutes. All right, let's get that large pinch of salt in there. I still need to refill my salt container. I'm gonna have to get the step stool out in a minute. So I'm actually gonna do 2 big pinches because I couldn't get a real big pinch with one hand. And then drizzle generously with olive oil. I'm gonna say that's good. I'm gonna assume. All right. Put this in. And get my towel. Okay, kids, it's gonna be loud for a few minutes, so I'm sorry. Echo, set timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
We are over full here. Shit. Well, it is what it is. Oh! that made a huge mess as we were a little over full. Luckily it didn't get, echo dismiss timer. Luckily it didn't get anything terribly messy. I saved it from the floor. It didn't hit any electrics and all that, so that does not look as smooth as I would have expected it. But let's see what we ended up with. Smells good. I mean, it's definitely liquidy. I don't know, I feel like that needs to be more smooth consistency. That needs to be more smooth. Tastes pretty good though. I think we could use a little more salt. Then we're gonna blend it a little bit more, and then we're gonna take it into batches into my NutriBullet to really smooth that down to something a little more creamy. So we're gonna blend that just a little bit longer. Mostly to get that salt mixed in. And again, perhaps if I had actually used a mixer, which I've been looking into, I just haven't decided on which one I want yet. But yeah, that's more of a salsa consistency at this point, so. Hey, bit. We're just gonna have to deal with the fact this is a utter mess. And we'll blend this down in batches. Yeah, I'm gonna clean the hell out of this thing. I don't normally have to do that. Oh, let me not lay the fucking plug in the liquid. Alright. We'll fill what we can. Oh. Yeah, fuck. Okay, basically I filled this up to the max line. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna put it back in for dishing out. And do I wanna plug it in here? I'll tell you what, we'll do it up here. Okay, nice and sealed. All right. This already looks a little more like what I was expecting it to look like. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much more of a consistent, sort of almost creamy look to it. Much more soup, less salsa. And that pinch of salt I put in there, just right. All right, let me figure out what I'm gonna, I don't know. Oh, I got an idea. It may not hold all of it, but it'll hold a couple of batches, and then another batch can stay in here. So I'm just gonna start doing it like that. Now, where is the fill line? So I can look where I'm pouring. There it is. Come on, stop being so splattery. God damn it. Splattering on everything. Yeah. That would be good. Right into there. groovy. One last go. Ugh, God, I've made such a mess with this thing. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour this all in one thing. Just have it all in one spot. Yeah. Okay. So there's my first ever coulis. I think. I don't know. Maybe I've made something like that before. I'm starting to lose track. Okay. So I need to get some rosemary. I need to clean up my station. Let me take a brief break. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I believe we have everything together. I'm preheating the oven at 350. I just ran out, sorry for the appearance. Just ran out to the garden, snipped some fresh rosemary. We still gotta dice a little bit of parsley. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna fill my salt. Okay, good, I have the thing over there. But let's start layering vegetables, because that's gonna take a second. So hopefully this, I think 9 by 11 cast iron lasagna pan is good. It's really the only option I had for this. So we'll find out. Now, okay. So we've already cut the veggies. We're gonna pour some of the coulis into the baking dish in an even layer. A lot of that coulis down there, I guess. But we're gonna save some for on the plate. Alternating ingredients, although it may come from here, I don't know. Alternating ingredients, we're gonna lay the vegetable rounds on top of each other, on top of the coulis. We're gonna salt and pepper lightly with a sprinkle, a few leaves of parsley and rosemary, drizzle of olive oil, cover with parchment and bake for an hour and a half. I also just got the disturbing news that it looks like my fucking ring mold, despite saying arriving by 10, does not say out for delivery, so I think I'm fucked. But I have a potential backup plan. We'll see if we can do it, because I really want this to look like the Pixar cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the point of what we're doing here today. So now, I'm just gonna ladle some of this in. We're just gonna kind of take it easy. And, you know, we'll get started. We'll smooth it out into an even layer once we kind of get enough in there. I see I didn't get all the seeds. I see a seed in there. I guess that could be a tomato seed. Well, I don't know that you really get many in a Roma tomato. Also, I wish this recipe told me how much of the coulis to use, but we're gonna go ham with it. We will reserve some for saucing the plate a little bit. But I guess we don't really want to drown the veggies, right? I think that's probably good. Let me reconfirm with what this says and take a quick look at the image. All right, it just says pour the coulis into a baking dish in an even layer. Doesn't say thin or thick. We're only gonna need like a little swizzle going across the plate, so let's put some more in there. We made all this. I assume it wants us to use the vast majority of it. I feel like that's good. Honestly, that feels kind of deep. All right, now we just got to start actually layering this stuff. Oh boy. All right. Bring everything within reach. And this is probably going to take a minute, so let's get to it, shall we? Try for tight groupings. Yeah. Maybe a tomato slice. Oh, those fucking tomato slices are huge. None of this is going to line up to be the right size. So that sucks already, I can already tell you. I'm already disappointed in that. Jesus. All right. Zucchini. Fuck it, let's just go. Squash. Oh man, yeah, these fucking tomatoes are huge. There. All right, zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Kind of want these to stand up more too. And eggplant. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. And eggplant. I guess we'll just figure this out as we go, you know what I'm saying? Zucchini, squash. We'll probably serve from the middle so we get the best looking thing. Tomato. And eggplant. Come on. Kind of pushing it up as I go too. Zucchini, squash, tomato, eggplant. A bunch more zucchini in here, a bunch more squash. Oh, you know what? Let's actually, we got so much extra squash. Let's start working in extra squash layers. So, all right, zucchini, squash, tomato, squash, eggplant, zucchini, squash, tomato. I think we've already got a problem. Squash. This dish is way too big. Eggplant. God, these tomatoes are gonna overpower this too, I think. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Shite. Squash. Fuck. And eggplant. Zucchini. Squash. You may want to fast forward this part. Tomato. Should have went with Roma tomatoes, I think. Fuck. Squash. And eggplant. Then the eggplant would be the only problem. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Squash. And eggplant. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Squash. And eggplant. Zucchini. Let's get better squash bits up here. Squash, tomato, squash, and eggplant. God. Zucchini, squash, tomato, squash. Eggplant. Now, this might be a little bit of a, oh, come on. Fail. At least in presentation. Hopefully flavor, it's at least still good. And I mean, this is supposed to be kind of a masterful, to some degree, dish. You know, French fine dining. Yeah, my vegetables did not turn out the same size nearly as I hoped. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute. Or 20. I have finished my coffee. Still need to go to the bathroom. Still need a shower. TMI? IDC. Listen, I'm just trying to entertain myself right now. Because this is a little monotonous. If you hadn't guessed. If you haven't fast forwarded already. Oh man. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody excited? Everybody happy Mary and I are finally married? Theoretically? I mean, it hasn't happened yet. I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm just speaking for future me. Whoops, that's correct. I got all flustered by thinking about being married to Mary. May come back to that tomato. Oh, these are sloppy tomatoes. Yeah, future reference, I would use Roma tomatoes in the dish. I try to plan my alternates a little bit better as well. Get the sizes more together. God, I think we've maybe cracked a quarter of this. Some more good squash up in here. I mean, if it might turn out okay. Well, boy can hope, right? Nope, don't you dare. Zucchini, squash, tomato, squash, eggplantiamus, zucchini, squash, tomato, come on, man, squash. These are still usable, I'm just working around them. Too much zucchini, we'll go. Okay. Alright. Oh, no, that's an eggplant mauve. Shite. Eggplant, okay. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Squash. Eggplant. Zoop. Yeah, it's a shitty zucchini. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Squash. Eggplant. Zucchini. Oh boy. Squash. Tomato. Squash. And eggplant. Zucchini. Fucking hell, man. Squash. Tomato. Squash. Eggplant. Zucchini. At least we've almost made a row here. Squash. Broken tomato. Squash. Broken eggplant, sure, why not? Hiya. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Squash. Eggplant. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Squash. And eggplant. Welcome to Cooking with Babe. Oh, this dish is... Y'all, I'm just gonna go ahead and call that this is just not gonna be what I wanted it to be. But we'll see. Maybe we can salvage it, make it look good for camera. Hey, that's what we do, man. We experiment, you know? Because there are definitely some things that are not told in that book. Like, they should have given me a proper size dimension. They should tell me what type of tomatoes I'm supposed to use for this when they were so descriptive. I'm gonna do 2 squashes there. So descriptive in their zucchinis and eggplants. I feel like that row is fine. I'm just done with that row. God. Zucchini. Squash. We don't have enough tomato. Squash. Eggplant. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato, squash, eggplant. We'll just do what we can do, you know what I'm saying? Zucchini, squash, tomato, squash, and eggplant. Ratatouille the musical. Zucchini, squash. Almost out of tomatoes here. Tomato. Squash. Oh, we got so much other stuff there. An eggplant. Zucchini. Squash. I'm gonna skip tomato on occasion. Alright, then zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Squash. Eggplant. Then we're gonna do zucchini, squash, eggplant, squash, okay, extra squash, zucchini, squash, tomato, squash, and eggplant. Zucchini, squash, eggplant. Zucchini, squash, no. Eggplant. Zucchini, squash, tomato, squash, eggplant. I feel like we're like maybe halfway there. Jesus. Yeah, building is like pain. I had a feeling it would be. Zucchini, squash, eggplant, zucchini, squash, eggplant, zucchini, squash, tomato, squash, eggplant, zucchini, squash, eggplant. Zucchini. Zucchini magella. Squash. Eggplant. Zucchini. Squash. Tomato. Alright, sorry about that. My battery was supposed to be charging, but it wasn't. It died, and I had a bunch of stuff, so I just went ahead and did a bunch more. And now we'll continue. We only have a few more tomato slices, so we really screwed the pooch there. I've really been going ham on putting in a lot more squash. Oh yeah, and I was gonna do this. Because so much added water seems to be coming in from those tomatoes that I'm gonna try and drain some of it out. Real quick. Not gonna get all of it, but some is better than none, you know what I'm saying? All right, that's probably a good start. All right, back at it. I'm gonna start building this last bit back here if I can. So it's like a zucchini, couple of squash, eggplant, zucchini, actually some more squash, zucchini, couple of squash. And we only got like 3 tomato slices left, damn. Tomato, some more squash, zucchini, more squash, whatever, eggplant, more squash, just a few pieces, man. Like I said, we got so much yellow squash left. Zucchini, a couple pieces of squash, zucchini, a couple pieces of squash, tomato, eggplant, zucchini, some squishy squish, zucchini, some more squishy squish, eggplant, zucchini, thick layer of squash, last tomato, fuck, more squash, eggplant, more squash. Yeah, I'm just getting sloppy with it now because I'm like losing patience, especially since I don't have enough for everything. So my last good zucchini rounds here. And zucchini, hell, a bunch of squash. Eggplant's running light. Zucchini, squash, zucchini, squash, eggplant, zucchini, squash, zucchini, more squash, eggplant. You know the drill, zucchini, a couple of squash, zucchini, a couple of squash, eggplant. We only got like one more good eggplant piece too. Zucchini, couple of squash, zucchini, couple of squash, last good eggplant, well, semi-good. I guess we can pull from down here a little bit too. Let's see. Zucchini, squash, eggplant, zucchini, squash, zucchini, squash, a bit of eggplant. Let's try to make this go as far as we can. More squash, more zucchini. It's pretty much all zucchini and squash now, obviously. Squash, zucchini, squash, zucchini, squish, zook. I mean, sorry, that was all squash. Zucchini, squash. And I think that's all I can do, so bummer, but I mean, it's something. Some of those are gonna be a problem. Okay, now we're gonna do the salt. All right, we're gonna lightly season with salt and pepper, which is good because I don't have a lot of salt at the ready. I know, that may be heavy actually. Let's actually get a little more of that tomato water out. That's probably all we're gonna do there. Let's get some pepper on it. Okay. Rosemary sprigs. I might have cut a little more than I needed to. This is fresh rosemary too, so it's a little bit harder to deal with. Although honestly, the stems here are not that hard, so they'd probably be fine. It smells really good. I can't believe I'm still in morning routine mode and it's like after 6 o'clock? Yep, 6:04. Oh, I should probably go feed the kids once I get this in the oven too, so I don't destroy the house. Mostly just trying to make sure I get some rosemary touching a lot of stuff here. Down in there. Alright, well if I was to do this again, I definitely know I need to cut a lot more veggies. Yeah, I'll put a second sprig's worth in here. I think I'm just gonna do the same with the parsley. I'm not gonna bother cutting it with a knife. I'm just gonna tear some leaves. Okay. Oh, shit. Back here. There. There. Boom. Oh my gosh. Ah. Stick it. Okay. Alright, let's get some parsley. This is about to go in the oven. And then I got to do a whole bunch of things and eventually take a shower. Parsley. Now I have some slightly older parsley, but I think it'll be fine, considering what we're doing here. I'm literally just tearing some parsley off the stems and tearing it, and flat leaf Italian parsley. I know, kiddos, it's almost time. I'm sorry. It's taking Daddy a little longer to get everything done here. Okay. I know he's over there actually playing with the thing, so. Okay. That's probably good. Now let me just double check that I just drizzle some olive oil, parchment, and go, alright? I think we're almost there. I'm almost getting hangry just making this thing. Salt and pepper lightly, sprinkle with a few leaves of parsley and rosemary, add a thin drizzle of olive oil, cover with parchment, bake for an hour and a half. Okay. So we're gonna drizzle some olive oil. It seems like a nice little drizzle. Maybe a sheet of parchment. And I mean, I feel like I should tuck it, but I don't know, it doesn't say anything about tucking it. But I still kind of want to tuck back here a little. All right, that should be that. Let's put this thing in the oven. Just for reference, it is 6:08 p.m. So I don't remember when we started, but this definitely took a couple of hours. I'm glad I started early. And then we're gonna middle rack it, I guess, at 350 in case you have forgotten. I may readjust the paper. Oh my God, that is heavy. Once we get it in there, just to make sure it stays covered. Nope, that's good. Echo. Set timer for 90 minutes.
1 hour and 30 minutes. Starting now.
All right, that's that. I gotta clean all this up. I'll be back in an hour and a half. Hey, look at me. I just got out of the shower. It's a little warm in here. We got almost a little under 8 minutes left until we pull this sucker out and check it out. I checked out Binging with Babbage's video again. I should have watched that. Not necessarily for his recipe, as much as it looks like he's using the same dish I have and maybe about the same amount or less vegetables. But man, did I stack my vegetables wrong. I was too worried about getting them vertically. They really all could have been kind of layered out like that. So there's a good chance this is going to be a plating failure that we're just going to try again after I've come back from Disney. Maybe I just need a little Disney magic. I've been watching more Harry Potter lately. Hopefully Aaron's not about to knock a bunch of stuff over. The other issue we're gonna have is I tried forever to get like a cake ring mold last night, which is what you kind of want to use to plate this. Couldn't find, well, a couple nights ago actually, could not find one in any of the places I had time to get to. So I was like, screw it, I'll order one on Amazon. I shifted my whole thing over. It was supposed to be here today. It says arriving by 10 p.m. today, but it hasn't been listed as out for delivery, and all my other Amazon packages just showed up, so fuck. So we're gonna do the next best thing. I don't know, I got a theory. We're gonna test something. So the thing is, it can be kind of any circular dimension, but you want it to be tall. So I have 2 sets of these. So we're gonna pick what size we want, and I'm thinking, these are like biscuit cutters. I don't know, do we wanna go that size or do we wanna go this size? I think we wanna go this size. So I'm gonna grab 2 of these rings, and I'm gonna see if I can use foil to put them together and give me something almost what we need it to be. While we wait on these last few minutes, 6 minutes here, and then hopefully Mary will be back in time to film this as well. Let's try and get a piece out big enough to line the entire inside. Go ahead and roll it a bit. Okay. Then let's sort of open it out. Because it's not like we're looking for a perfect shape here. We just need something to kind of roughly hold the shape. And I figure by doing this, I can get these 2 together and hold them together while we use this as a mold. So, you know, making lemonade, basically, or lemon, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear some of this foil around. We don't need to have this much. Okay, I got some stuff coming in from Jerry. Okay, now let's get that where we want it. See if we can flatten on the inside. And start folding over. Like I said, I'm mostly trying to use this foil to hold these 2 rings roughly together. And I'm just kind of smushing out the insides here, flatten it as best I can. Trying not to push the rings down into each other so they will give me the height I need. And you know what? May not look pretty, but I think that's gonna get the job done. That's the important part. So yay me. My inventiveness. I'm really proud of that. I'm gonna take a picture of that for my dad. Be like, look what I created. Okay, now how are we looking here? Under 4 minutes. Let's see what Jerry sent me. Oh, he sent me a clown video. Cool. Maybe I'm in it. Probably. It's one of the beautiful things about working with Jerry. He'll film a bunch of stuff. And then, you know, you never know what you're gonna be in. He'll use stuff over and over. It is 7:36 p.m., in case you're wondering how long it has been. We will have one more ingredient touch, but it's gonna be a real simple one. So, yeah, so we're gonna do that. All right, to plate, we're gonna place the round cookie cutter in the center of your first serving plate. Carefully scoop a portion of vegetable rounds into the cookie cutter. Place a second spoonful of vegetables on top of the first portion. Delicately remove the cookie cutter and place a single chive across the top of the ratatouille. So the single chive. And then we're gonna do a garnish of the plate with a thin line of roasted vegetable coulis and another of olive oil for sauce. They don't show the olive oil in their photo. Hell, they don't even have the chive. They have like a sprint of... Yeah, we're definitely gonna do a chive. I am aiming to make this look like Ratatouille, the movie version. Mary is on her way. Trying to remember where she's coming from. She is probably gonna be late to this. Guess I don't have to plate it right away. Also, I'm gonna need to figure out how I want to plate it. What am I gonna use that'll fit down in there? Can I work with that? No, I don't think I want to work with that. Nope, that here. This is a little lighter, a little thinner spatula. Nope, that's still too much. All right, let's use maybe kind of a spoon. That'll be what we have to do. Yep, okay. Okay, so I got a plan. Fingers crossed if it's gonna work. I will tell you this, it smells amazing in here, especially when I came out of the shower and hadn't smelled this in a little while, or at least not as strongly. I came out, I'm like, oh man, it smells really good. So hopefully it at least tastes good, because this is my dinner. And good news is my weight went way down again too, so I'm in a very good place on my weight. And if I have a vegetable dinner, I might be in an even better place tomorrow. I might be in the best place I've been in a long time. Got under a minute and a half. I'm gonna remove my ring so I can... You may notice I've already got dishes going because we're gonna have more dishes to work with. It was interesting though, rewatching Babish, that it does look like the exact dish he was using that I used, so sweet. I think mine's a Rachel Ray or something, I don't know. All right, we got a minute to go. I may have started this a little too soon. And yeah, so I'm just kind of checking out stuff. Feels good to have the shower done. I'm so glad I started this process as early as I did, even though it kind of threw my daily routine off or made it like 2 hours later than usual. Worthwhile, because I would have been making this till like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and I would have been pretty mad about it. And you don't want to cook angry. You want to cook with love. We got about 30 seconds left. I'm gonna go ahead and message Dad. When you gotta do what you... Stupid autocorrect. Gotta do. There we go. Cool. You'll appreciate that. Aaron's playing on the step stool. Hi, buddy. Oh, here we go. 1-0. All right. Echo, dismiss. Let me bring this puppy down. Give you the best look at it I can. Then I'll show you how I'm gonna plate it, I guess. Probably let it cool for a second. Here we got some browning on the paper. Oh my God, this smells really good. Oh my God, this is really heavy. Woo! Oh, I just got a peek. Oh, this might not be as bad as I thought. Ooh. Oh. Oh man, does that smell fantastic. It looks like it might have actually worked out pretty well too. All right. Shall we reveal to the camera? Please don't burn me. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, you know what? You know what? That actually looks pretty fucking awesome, all things considered. Holy shit. Again, can be done better, but still looks pretty freaking good. Okay. I turned that oven off. I did indeed turn the oven off. Let me get some chives. Get chives. Press chives. And we can do 2 platings, so we have a chance to really nail this. this camera over just a hair. Oops, wrong direction. Try to set that right in the center. Oh boy. I'm trying to think where it looks the best. I'm thinking like right in here, maybe? I guess I need to go. I'm going to use 2 tools here. I'm thinking right to about here. It's going to drip, but I'm just going to wipe the plate down. Actually, I could have put a little more in there. Crap baskets. Actually, we're just gonna call that our top layer. We'll put a little bit more on the top layer. Maybe. I'm destroying it, trying to get pretty stuff here, huh? Definitely could have used something a little flatter. Should have used something a little flatter. See if we can use that to look prettier. That does not look bad. Okay, let me try and clean up around the plate here, holding my mold in place. No, I think it's a little watery. It's okay. It's okay. Just trying to use the old absorbent trick here. Oh, making it worse, scooching it all over the place. And now we're going to very delicately remove the ring mold, hope it holds its shape. Not bad. All right, that's a little watery. Let's use some of this. Try the spoon method. Could have been a little better. And then it says a little drizzle of olive oil around the other side. And let's chive it and thrive it. Come on chives. And just one single chive. Not bad. Let's get some close-ups.
Here it is up close. I mean, that actually looks pretty good. I just wish it was a little less watery in there. I think my tomatoes really screwed that up. So honestly, I thought this was gonna be more of a disaster, but it seems to have turned out pretty good. So here it is in the pan. Sorry for the steam. Yeah, I got a really good feeling about this. Granted, I definitely should have used a different tomato. So we make it again, I'm gonna just go all Roma tomatoes and see if I can find better eggplants for it. Try to get everything sized a little better. Cool, let me go get my photos and we'll taste test. Wait till y'all see Mary, holy shit. But this, again, just turned out pretty darn well. I learned a few things, we could do it better. But let's give this puppy a taste test.
Can you tell the piece without completely destroying it?
No, I don't think you really can. It's a very
I'm
delicate
thinking in
dish.
the cartoon, did he actually cut it or did he just like take off a layer?
He might have just taken off a layer. A little sauce there.
Jackson, is there something I can eat, Daddy?
Maybe. It's mostly veggies. Interesting. It really is mostly just vegetables. You kind of get the coulis in there a little bit. It's good. Can't say like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever had, but I'm gonna get Mary a little bite.
Okay.
And then I guess, do I reveal you first? Because this is coming out in the vlog, like, we'll be home in 3 days from honeymoon, so they've already seen it.
They will have already seen my final form.
But this is the not final form, which is your favorite new joke, and god damn. And in the sun, you can kind of see, like, the streaks in the hair. Yeah, oh, there you go, you can see, yeah. So, hot damn. But just so I don't eat your lip gloss right now, if you want to use your own fork, if you don't mind. I kind of got you a little bite. Yeah, and I can totally plate up you a whole one yourself.
Very light, very simple.
Yeah, this is kind of roasted vegetables, a little tomato-y,
Yeah.
a little roasty.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I mean, it seems like a lot of work.
I was gonna say, for the amount of work it is, I don't know that I would want to make this frequently. And we might still revisit it one day, but this did not turn out nearly the failure I expected. So I'm gonna say, there you go. Ratatouille.
The plating was beautiful.
Thank you. I'm so proud of that. All right, well, there you go. We're just gonna call that there. We're gonna go eat this, and I'm gonna say hi to my lady and plate her one. So enjoy, everybody. We'll be back from honeymoon and show you a bunch of the wedding and all that next week. And I just wanted to show, oh, sorry, Aaron, I saw you, buddy. I wasn't gonna get you. I just wanted to show you Mary's plating, which, by the way, I bring over here now. I'm learning that even in the dark, I just get a little bit better lighting over here. Yeah. Look at that. That looks awesome. Very excited for that. Okay, she's gonna enjoy it a bit. Hey, random review. We're gonna keep this brief. We're at Mary's folks. We're waiting on her mom so we can do some wedding talk. So we're gonna talk about Ratatouille, because we're making Ratatouille in this banked vlog, which we rewatched recently. There's Mary's dad. So we probably should have informed him that we're shooting something for the vlog. He turns around. You're welcome to be in it. We just wanted to give you the heads up. So we got it in 4K. We got it on disc, and then the Blu-ray player was not communicating with the projector, so we just watched it in 4K on Disney Plus. Yeah. So ultimately, my takeaway on this time, still very much enjoyed it. Didn't like it as much as I used to. Like, I remember really loving this one.
When was the last time you saw it?
Like, probably shortly after it came out, whenever it first hit home video. So it's been a while. And I really liked it, but I don't know that the magic of it is still there. There's still great parts in it. The food stuff is fantastic. The foodie part of it, of course, I'm relating to, but it didn't really move me. I didn't really connect with characters as much as I remember connecting with them. And there are some good gags, but don't remember laughing as much. So I don't know if it just needed the test of time, or if I kind of went in overhyped again and I'm like, oh, this is going to be, I remember this being great. And then it's like, eh. However, I'll say something else. Let me get Mary's general thoughts.
Oh, I can talk now.
You know how this works. I always give...
I tease.
You do. I just remember. Okay, good. I'm making sure we didn't. I realized trash cans behind us. Didn't want to show an address.
So yeah, I had never seen it before, and so I enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
It's maybe upper mid-range Pixar for me.
Yeah, I'd at least put it in mid-range.
It was kind of easy because I saw it after seeing Everything Everywhere All at Once, and if you've seen that movie, you understand why.
Yeah, good. She's not going to spoil anything. Yeah, there is a sort of reference connection. So
now what if we cross this with Food Wars?
That would be an interesting movie, but one I'm probably not willing to suffer through. Oh, you said Food Wars. I'm sorry, I was thinking Sausage Party.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, Food Wars. Yeah, that'd be very different. Food Wars, that'd be really different. The rats can't have their clothes explode. They aren't even wearing any. But yeah, I mean, it's enjoyable. One thing that did occur to me though is like when the rat was, or when they were kind of running from the humans or whatever, I got excited because I'm like, oh, that's one of the rides we get to go on. We get shrunk down to the size of a rat and we're going to kind of go on that ride. So I do remember in the middle of the movie turning to Mary and being like, it's going to be so fun to ride this part. You know?
I was curious, why are we using this as a backdrop when we had this lovely...
I don't know.
It's prettier over here.
It is, but now we can't use that for another anything. But I don't think we have anything else for you to talk about except the wedding, which we can't do. We to go home, so because that'll be long and I want it on the stand so I don't kill my arm.
Okay.
But yeah, and of course the Ratatouille dish looks great, and that connection, it was almost Food Wars near the end. We'll just say that. I gotta remember not to spoil. Yeah. I was about to drop some spoilers. And there's Mary's mom. So I think that pretty much covers it. This is a banked vlog. We're having a good time on our honeymoon. So what do you want from me? At least I gave you content while I'm gone.
Right.
You get more. Bye. Hey, welcome to one of our banked reviews. We are on vacation. We are in Disney, and to get to Disney prepared for it, we had a watch list of things we tried to watch, and we're going to tell you about some of those things while we're here to talk about them. So today we're going to talk about Haunted Mansion. The Eddie Murphy film is my first watch.
I saw it when it was in the theaters.
Okay. Honestly, it was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I was a little, at times, bored. There were moments that really worked. Early on, I was laughing out loud at some of the Eddie Murphy stuff. And then it's like, as it kind of goes on.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much was my reaction. It's like, I remember I had a fun time watching it, but, was I eager to go rewatch it? No.
Looks like we had a phone crash. The Haunted Mansion. The ghosts don't want us to tell you about our thoughts.
I mean, the special effects are pretty good.
Yeah, especially for the era. Because this was like late 90s, mid 90s, somewhere in there. Maybe early 2000s. I think it was 2002.
It sounds roughly right.
And again, I think it's one of those, it started strong and then just kind of got weaker as it went along.
Yeah.
I didn't really care that much about the characters and all that stuff, but I was set up pretty well.
I had actually been through Did you do Haunted Mansion?
No, because I never went to Disney. I only went to Epcot and Universal in 1990.
Well, that's technically Disney, but...
But I never went to the actual Magic Kingdom.
Okay. I had gone to the Haunted Mansion, so I was just going like, oh, I remember that thing, and oh, I remember that thing, and I think I remember that.
I will say that I loved the singing stone busts.
Yes.
And the way they reacted to everything said to them, and then were able to sing a song. That was great.
Quartet.
Yeah, that was really great. I quite enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't regret watching it, but like she says, it's not something I'm necessarily eager to like, oh my God, I can't wait to go watch this again. Unlike some of the things we've watched. I don't know what order these are coming out, so I don't want to reference anything, but so I mean, it's going to be hit or miss, but again, that way I have a little bit more reference going in to see the ride, and I'm excited to do the ride.
And it's kind of, if you want something that's just kind of fun that you don't have to pay a whole lot of attention to.
It's probably the background.
It's kind of a good junk movie.
That's a good way of putting it. Like, especially you're cooking in the kitchen, you got 20 minutes, you want some noise in the background, you turn to TBS and it's on or something. Yeah, I could leave it on if I was in the mood for it. I mean, again, it's a kid's horror, so it's not gonna be scary. And a lot of the jokes did land, maybe not all of them as strongly as I would have liked. It's more smiles and giggles, less guffaws.
I kind of wonder if it may have been a little better if, two things. Eddie Murphy was, his whole thing felt just like, actually his was supposed to be, it was very heavy-handed.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish his wife had more of an actual personality other than, hi, I'm just here to look pretty.
You say that and I think that's fair. I would think that even extends to the children. Yeah. Outside of Eddie Murphy, I think all the characters are very flat and forgettable.
Yeah. Oh, the girl was a bit sassy.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little ahead of the curve on some of the things than everybody else, but...
Yeah, not like another movie that I'm anxious to review that may or may not have come out. But yeah. That's kind of how we feel on Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Like the ghosts and the other... The non-Murphy family characters, I felt were interesting.
Yeah, and I like the story of it, the backstory and the romance elements and how that played in, so that's pretty cool. Okay,
right.
Want to do another one?
Sure.
Do another one. All right, so welcome back to another banked review, where we're filming reviews in advance to have vlogs for you while we're on vacation in Disney World, on honeymoon. That's more important than vacation. In Disney World, the Universal Studios. So today, getting ready for that, we watched a whole bunch of Disney stuff and other stuff, especially because I need a Disneycation, which sounds like vacation, an education in Disney films, because I've missed so many, I didn't care about them as a child. And now I can appreciate a lot of them a lot more. So now we're here to talk about, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, what is now my favorite animated Disney film of all time, until we watch
got to watch it.
Lilo and Stitch, which I always want to call Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo Multipass.
Yeah, Lilo Multipass. Great movie from start to finish. I got those Moana vibes, but I love the sass and the unusualness of the character, but she is true to who she is. Fell in love with Lilo like immediately because she's just so charming and adorable, and I just wanted to be her friend. I mean, not as an adult, but you know.
I mean, she definitely had the insane little kid brain going on because
I related. That's probably what it is. I related.
Done brain scans on small children, and up to about 5, the brain scans read a lot like people on LSD.
You've done?
No, studies.
I could have sworn she said, I've done brain scans. I was like,
I
not
may
know
have
this
forgotten a
live.
few words between those two.
Okay, welcome to how my brain works. But yeah, she was amazing. I love the opening. I love Stitch and how crazy all that was, and the humor of that, and the space stuff, and you know, Clancy Brown is the giant shark guy and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, it just worked. And I thought like the melding of those two types of stories and characters was beautiful. And the music was amazing, and like the location design, the character work. Bing Rames is like the social worker, and like the reveal, how that all happened at the end.
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to watch all the sequels and maybe even the TV show. And immediately I was looking at, okay, what kind of merch am I gonna find at Disney parks? And now I kind of
Sorry, John.
And now I kind of want the Ohana Magic Band, because Ohana means family. And I really am hoping we can get a reservation to eat at the Ohana restaurant in Polynesian. I'm hoping something will open up. So we're going to be watching that on the app, because the food also looks amazing. But yeah, like even one of the song about like surfing, I love
Hawaiian
that.
roller coaster.
Yeah, like I was listening to that on Spotify and just jamming the fuck out to that the other day. It just puts a big old smile on my face. That whole movie does.
There's no place that I'd rather be than out in the surfboard.
That's the one, yeah, in the sea, yeah. I mean, it's a little cheesy, but it just works. It feels right. It feels, and I do think this would make a great double feature with Moana, which is probably my favorite CG Disney film. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's my favorite CG Disney film. Go Jared Bush. Yeah, it was just so much fun, so beautiful. I had such a blast with this one. I'm glad she finally got me to watch it, and she's thrilled with how much I loved it.
Did you mention like the doctor and his sidekick?
Oh no, I didn't.
I can't remember anybody's names right now.
No, but the sidekick, the preservation of Earthist guy, from Kids in the Hall and stuff like that, but I can't think of his name. Yeah, he was really fun. Their pairing was really fun.
Yeah.
I like how their story played out. I love the ending too, and I love some of the some of the reveals in the ending were really, really fun. And just, Stitch was really charming. You did really go on this, like you think it's gonna be a story about Lilo, but really everybody in the movie stays fairly consistent to where they started. It really, Stitch is the one with the character arc, the more I think about it, which is not what you would expect in this. And it works really well. Like, I think it's been forever since I've seen E.T., although we're gonna fix that. And I was like, I feel like this is what E.T. wanted to be. Not that E.T. was bad, but this just works better for me for that. I'll have to rewatch E.T. and see. But yeah, so Lilo and Stitch, favorite animated Disney movie. One I will rewatch again and again and again. And I need a 4K transfer and I need a steelbook. So Disney, listen, I know we're friends. I know you pay me to cry at Star Wars and Marvel, so hook it up. Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to tell anybody that. I wish, shit. They wouldn't even pay me money. Just give me VIP at the park, shit. Not that I could fake it, but I don't have to. It's easy because it's real. Yeah, anyways, there you go. Lilo and Stitch. We're on Honeymoon. We love it. Thank you. Give us money. We're going to need it.
Sorry, John.
All right. We'll see y'all in another segment. Bye.
Oh, do I just need to give you a kiss? Wake you up?
Ava's doing her best Sleeping Beauty impression. I gave her a little love for playing along. Okay, so we're going to talk about Sleeping Beauty. I love you, Ava. I watched this one last night. It is one of the classics, and you know what? It's pretty darn good. I quite enjoyed it. I think I have some grease on my camera lens or something. It is really streaking out, or it's very smoky in here from cooking. But the surprise here is there's not a lot of animal content, so it wasn't that made it work, but it was honestly the... What are they though? The wizards? What would you call them? The fairy godmothers? Now I've seen Maleficent, so I kind of had some idea of their part of the story, but I didn't realize how big a part of the actual Sleeping Beauty cartoon they are. And I do think the animations here are fantastic. I love the parents and their interaction. The two kings are really interesting. And I love that the whole thing is really just a silly little joke of, misconceptions of who they're talking about, that they did find each other and fall in love, but they're like, no, you can't marry this random person you fell in love with that you don't know. You have to marry this other person. And aha, spoilers. Sorry. Yeah, I am sorry. I should have said that up front. But you know, I mean, it's a breezy hour and like 18 minutes or something. It's enjoyable. There's no crazy music or songs. The Maleficent stuff looks really cool. The animation and some of that is like really keeps you glued in and checking it out. And had a really good time with it. I mean, this is definitely one I would watch again. And it kind of made me want to rewatch the Maleficent movies now with the context of the actual original animated film. This is one I would possibly even upgrade to 4K on, actually. Because like I said, it's definitely a classic for a reason, and it worked on me, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. So now I look forward to meeting Princess Aurora? No, is she Aurora? Rose? She had so many names in this, man. I don't know. But it was a good time.
All right, here we go. Cocktail time. I haven't done this in a lot of these videos. 12:32 a.m. a.m.
Yes.
Yeah, on Saturday, September 10th, 2022. We are about to make a Star Wars cocktail. Because honestly, I bought that Disney book, and it's more Disney park drinks. There's not that many cocktails in there that are easily doable or in my range at this point. So we got the old Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you know. Oh my God, in 11 days, I'm going to be at Galaxy's Edge for so we're gonna celebrate that.
All right.
This is, hey Mary, I love you, thank you. This is called The Port in the Storm. Anyone who's piloted their way through a cosmic maelstrom knows that danger lies behind every cloud of interstellar gas. Whether you're dodging carbon bergs, avoiding giant vacuum-dwelling monsters, or trying to escape the pull of the star-sized gravity well, the whole process ain't exactly great for the nerves. Most regular folks ain't never gonna find themselves navigating the Acades maelstrom, but some still want to experience something akin to the euphoric relief that follows a harrowing escape. The sparkling mixture, good buddy, of spirits will do the trick, warming the body while cooling the nerves. And if you're lucky enough to survive the Kessel Run, you know that one, nostalgia, you're gonna want to pour yourself a few of these seconds. The second you reach the nearest what the fuck ever outpost. All right, let's make this fucking thing. We're gonna use spiced rum. I buy Captain Morgan's. I don't know my rums, but I figure this is a big old mixed drink. Go with the cheapish, but
If I had realized that this was supposed to be a dark and stormy, I wonder if they're going with a medium, just a regular spice rum instead of a dark rum because of the port.
I don't know what this frame is. I just feel like you're just like, okay.
On your face?
Just don't, try not to shoot up. A, because I don't want to appear talking down to people, but you know, B, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, I was talking to you.
I know. Also, Mary has a good point, but we're gonna circle back around to that because I was just gonna run the ingredients as it says. Spiced rum. So I went Captain Morgan's. Ruby Port. I don't know if this is good or not. It's like 17, 18 bucks a bottle. I just asked the lady where are the ports because I don't do ports, but I don't know about cocktails with wine. It feels weird to me. Half an ounce of ginger liqueur. We still have some of that ginger rosemary. I'm just gonna go for that. It still smells fine. Teaspoon of lime juice. I squeezed some. And 2 ounces of strong ginger beer, which I didn't realize it was considered strong. I was just what I've been drinking, but I like it. Thank you, Mary. And then a lime wedge for garnishing. Okay. It's 1 ounce of rum, 1 ounce of port, half an ounce of liqueur.
I would not double this.
I'm not gonna double. Now, should I put some? I should put some ice. I need a teaspoon. I should put some ice in first. Second. There we go.
I don't know because I honestly, how many ounces altogether?
It's like 5.5, 4.5.
I'd say
2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, and a teaspoon. So
let's start with 4 cubes and.
okay. Yeah, that'll leave me some room. I can always put a little more in there. We just want to make sure. Oh, and I just remembered, man. I noticed there's so much happened. Last few days, the refrigerator filter. Gotta change the filter. All right, 1 ounce spice rum. Plus, you know what? We're gonna make some other rum drinks in the future. Mary and I gotta fucking book that Universal Rum Bar thing, man. All right, 1 ounce. So we officially now have white rum, dark rum, and spiced rum. The 3 main rums. to play with.
Technically, my dark room is also a spiced room.
Well, most dark rooms are spiced rooms, but fingers and thumbs. An ounce of port. Is this just a... Yeah, okay. Oh.
Fancy.
Nope, maybe not.
It might be one of those cork type. I think you have to pass the foil.
Damn.
I don't think that's how you're. That's not how that works, honey.
Damn you.
Are you trying to do it the hard way?
Wait. No, I just don't know what I'm doing. I've never... Oh, okay, there we go. And then, okay. Is that a cork? That's a... Fuck.
You want me to open it?
Baby, not no bottle. I'm so confused. I'm just confused. I've had a bottle of wine and a mentally intensive day.
It's
Ooh, don't break a nail. Normally, I mean, you know. Okay, Mary's Mary. She's not girly. Although, yeah, we can talk about this because she just sniffed the thingy. Because you know, hair and all. Like, you know, Mary, she's gotten girly-ish. The girliest I've seen her during this wedding, which is kind of very cute. Anyways, I had a point. It doesn't matter. Let's make this fucking drink. We gotta go watch stupid Dumbledore thing. All right, ruby port. All right, an ounce. Okay. This just feels so wrong. I don't even like a port's, oh god damn,
that's why you
messy.
Oh, you are dripping. You are a drippy boy.
I'm the drunk one. What are you doing?
I'm just talking.
I know. You just always give me shit about leaking liquids from bottle tips, from tips. Oh god, I can't. This is the part I have a problem with. Like, red wine and rum just does not sound like that should be good. But there's so much other shit in here.
I think I've heard of other drinks doing similar things.
Ounce.
Like they're like really old school type drinks.
Yeah, I'm sure it works. Like, it's a thing people do. You know, mixing wines into liqueur. Like sangria, I can kind of see, even though I'm a little more... I need a half ounce of this. But, I don't know. We're going to find out, I guess. What is that? One more tea. Okay, one more spoon. We should be there. Yeah, it's just the tiniest touch more. Okay. Half an ounce of ginger liqueur. No, what? Wait. God damn it. What oh no.
Did you just automatically read that as simple syrup
My
every
brain
time?
has read that as simple syrup every time. It clearly says ginger liqueur.
I might have something. I might. I make no promises.
Okay, we'll be right back. Well, here, I'll just...
I just gotta remember if I actually have it and where it might be.
And if she doesn't...
No, that's
If she doesn't, we'll put this in there and we'll sip it and then we'll throw it out. Because that's not going to be the same. How did I read that as simple syrup every fucking time?
Because you add simple syrup in your...
Yeah, she's right. Now that she says it out loud, that's what happened.
Let me run downstairs.
Okay, no, I think, okay, I balance a lot. I balance.
Hold on, stairs, Jack.
Careful, Jack. Careful. I probably should turn the camera on and film her, but this is the Eric Butt shit. No, actually, I should film her. She's not in these vacation vlogs as much. You know, like we don't have, because there aren't wedding updates and stuff. I call it, why do I still say vacation? It's honeymoon. I can't decide right now if my phone is looking at me with an expression of shock and surprise or if it's a Mickey head. From below.
I do not have it.
Okay.
I thought I might have like a tiny sample thing of like a ginger vodka.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Well, this is fine. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hand this back. Let's do it with this. We'll mix it. We'll sip it. Maybe we discover something. Maybe we just say, fuck, nope, out, bye. Thank you, save the calories. I mean, some things are fails, you know? I can't win them all. All right, so there's the half ounce of ginger liqueur, which now that I know is a thing, that's something I think we would like. We should get some of that. All right, a teaspoon of lime juice. Wait. Okay, yeah. Everything but the ginger beer. It's the lime wedge. That's what I got confused on. That is a teaspoon. We're confirming. Got you.
All right, now
And-
stir.
Okay.
And then add the ginger beer.
Jesus, it's such I used the wrong glass. It's such a tiny pour. I'm gonna use
The straw.
I'm gonna use a turtle killer on this. That was dark. I'm sorry. Ginger beer. 2 ounces of ginger beer.
Stir that first, then put the ginger beer in. Okay. That's probably good.
Probably need more
We can add more ice.
ice too in there.
If we decide we're actually going to drink it, we'll add more ice.
That's a
fair?
fair point. That's a fair point. Plus, also, this leaves a little room to play. We might just like turn this in. We might just start putting enough stuff in here. Turn it into something. And then,
Lime wedge.
well, now I feel like, well, I'm not going to garnish with the lime wedge if we might fuck around with it. 'Cause what the fuck's, what's the point? Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
God. Hold on. I need to, fuck. Oh, no, I don't think I have any water. My water's downstairs. All right, no, it's fine.
do I need to run downstairs and get you a
No,
water?
no, no. Ugh.
Eh.
That did the trick. Let's chug some of this. I was worried about this to begin with, and now I have an ingredient that's wrong, and I'm like, oh, God, okay.
All right.
Ooh, actually, it smells kind of good. That's a really interesting smell. It smells like fall.
Did you actually get anything?
Yeah, no, I got a sip. I got a good.
That's by the ginger beer.
Well, fuck me. Fuck me very much. To quote Zeppo's Sinner from Beyond the Moon. Holy shit, hold up. Goddamn. All right. Yeah, Mary. Fuck, that's fucking good.
All right.
That's fucking good. And I like the color. I still would want to make it right, but
It's interesting. I don't think I like it as much as you do.
all right.
I think I'd like it better with the actual ginger liqueur.
Right, but I mean, like, you can see there's something there. I like that. Fuck, I like that. It's like, I don't like grape juice, and it's not like grape juice, but it has that sort of after thing like a grape juice, but a fancier
It tastes
version.
a little bit like a Concord.
That's more a Mary reference I'm unfamiliar with.
It's a Concord is like a type of red wine that's very sweet.
Okay,
very
so like
heavy.
Concord Dawn.
Yeah.
We should call this the Concord Dawn since we technically changed it to our own thing.
At least I think that's
Star
what
Wars.
Concord is.
I thought it was like a super fast jet that super rich people flew on.
That too.
Oh man, this is. Oh, but did you smell it? Like there's like this like almost quite pumpkin spicy. Just a hint of like a
Kind of, yeah.
sort of a yeah. Like if I had it's the ginger. It's like if I had a gingerbread cookie. That's what it is. That's what I'm getting.
Oh yeah. Plus
Which-
the spices in the rum too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hey, that's what it is. It's the spice from the rum with the ginger that gives that gingerbread cookie vibe. Ooh.
Oh, no, very tasty. Echo. What kind of wine is a Concord?
This might answer your question. Concord is a sweet wine.
Thanks. It is pretty nice. You know what? That's kind of this. Okay, so this, I think what this tastes like is I'm eating a bunch of gingerbread cookies and drinking grape juice.
That's what this tastes like.
So, are we going to
Is that
come back and get some ginger liqueur and do a do-over?
not in this video?
Okay.
Maybe someday, maybe for ourselves. But I think actually,
Because maybe around the fire pit that might be.
oh, I wonder what this would taste like warm.
Hot rum.
Like a hot oatmeal raisin cookie. Oh.
Okay.
All right, we're on to something. All right, anyways, we gotta go watch the stupidity of Dumbledore. Thank you, vacation vlog. Let's whatever. They're fucking done, I think. Fuck no. Thank you, honeymoon vlog. We're fucking done. I don't know. All right. I'm a Muppet. Bye. All right, well, I hope you dug that. I dug doing it for you. I wouldn't mind trying that again, but hey, we got what we got. Star Wars cocktail and all. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts. But in the meantime, just let me know. What do y'all think? Are you excited? You excited to see next week? Because I should have some wedding stuff and maybe a little bit of the honeymoon stuff in the next vlog. I don't know if I'll cook because I may need to recuperate. But, hopefully everything's going well for everybody and everything. And let me know. Comment below. You can also click that thumbs up button, give me that good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And you need to remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. Check out our wedding website. It might still be up. I don't know, buttsbuddies.com. Use that link in the description if it is there. And maybe we'll have some information up there for you. And of course, you can check out my music, 90s style pop punk, think Screeching Weasel, Bouncing Souls, maybe a hint of the Ramones, and at least energy-wise in there. Anywhere you listen to music, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, look up Eric Butts, try out a couple of songs. I got some new stuff coming before the year's over. I'm very excited about it. Next year, I'm making some form of movie, so if you want to check out some of my old movie stuff, check my very out-of-date website, TheEricButts.com. I don't know why I blanked on that, because it's like 4:30 in the morning, that's why. And, you can get that. And then, of course, there's always more videos, more content, more ways to support the channel with the links in the description below, so click that see more button to see more butts. On that note, it is 4:43 in the morning. I got to edit 2 trailers and finish off these vlogs so I can focus the last week on the actual wedding and honeymoon. And I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and hopefully we get home safe. Hopefully you're having a great day, and I love you. We'll see you all later.